Scout Automobile, welcome back. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine a machine emerging from darkness with a presence so bold, so intimidating, that it feels less like transportation and more like a force returning from another era. A machine built with attitude, built with purpose, built to remind the world that American muscle was never meant to disappear quietly. The 2026 Plymouth Fury, a legendary name reborn through modern imagination, futuristic engineering, and raw emotional design. This is a concept design and not an official production vehicle. From the very first glance, the Fury does not feel soft or restrained. It feels powerful, aggressive, almost cinematic in the way it commands attention without even moving. This is not a car designed to blend into traffic. This is a car designed to dominate memory. Now begin at the rear. The back of the 2026 Plymouth Fury is wide, muscular, and deeply dramatic. Full-width LED taillights stretch sharply across the rear fascia, glowing with an aggressive red signature that feels futuristic while still honoring classic American muscle identity. At the center sits the illuminated Fury lettering, deeply integrated into a dark metallic trim panel that spans the width of the trunk. The lighting animation activates gradually as the vehicle awakens, creating an almost cinematic sequence every time the engine starts. The rear bumper is sculpted aggressively, integrating aerodynamic airflow channels and performance-inspired diffuser elements that give the car a grounded high-performance appearance. Dual exhaust outlets emerge from both sides with brushed dark chrome finishes, hinting at the brutal power waiting beneath the hood. The rear stance is massive. Wide rear tires sit aggressively beneath flared fenders, giving the Fury a planted appearance that immediately communicates strength and control. Even standing still, the Fury looks ready to attack. Now slowly move toward the side. The side profile of the 2026 Plymouth Fury blends classic muscle proportions with modern aerodynamic precision. Long hood, wide body, fastback-inspired silhouette. Everything about the design feels intentionally aggressive. A sharp shoulder line cuts across the body from front to rear, catching reflections like sharpened steel beneath city lights. Beneath it, sculpted lower contours create dramatic shadows that give the vehicle incredible visual tension. The wheel arches are large and muscular, housing forged performance wheels wrapped in ultra-wide tires. The wheel design combines retro-inspired American muscle aesthetics with futuristic detailing, creating a balance between heritage and innovation. The side skirts flow smoothly beneath the doors, helping direct airflow while visually lowering the car toward the ground. Flush, electronic door handles remain hidden until approached, preserving the uninterrupted aggression of the bodywork. The roofline flows gracefully toward the rear in a fastback-style shape that feels aerodynamic without sacrificing muscle identity. From this angle, the Fury appears less like a production car, and more like a machine built specifically for speed and intimidation. Now move toward the front left side, and suddenly, the Fury reveals its true personality. The front fascia of the 2026 Plymouth Fury is unapologetically aggressive. A massive blacked-out grille dominates the nose, stretching wide across the front with sharp geometric mesh patterns that create depth and intensity. At the center sits the illuminated Fury emblem, not decorative, dominant. Slim LED headlights extend aggressively into the front fenders, creating a focused and intimidating expression. The daytime running lights glow sharply like the eyes of a predator locked onto its target. The hood is enormous and sculpted with aggressive power bulges that hint at the monstrous engine beneath. Functional heat extractors release hot air efficiently during high-performance driving while visually amplifying the Fury's muscular identity. Large lower air intakes feed cooling airflow toward the engine and braking systems. Every opening exists for purpose. Nothing feels artificial. From this angle, the Fury does not appear civilized, it appears unleashed. Now shift toward the front right side. The balance of aggression and precision becomes even clearer here. The sculpted surfaces reflect light dramatically, creating sharp transitions between shadow and highlight across the bodywork. The front splitter sits low and wide, enhancing aerodynamic stability while visually exaggerating the car's intimidating stance. Advanced driver assistance technologies remain integrated subtly into the design. Cameras, radar systems, and parking sensors are nearly invisible, allowing the Fury to preserve its raw muscle identity without looking overly technological. Because this machine is not about replacing emotion with computers, it is about enhancing emotion through engineering. The front suspension geometry gives the Fury a low, planted posture that makes it feel deeply connected to the road before it even moves. Now open the door and step inside the cabin of the 2026 Plymouth Fury. Everything changes instantly. The outside aggression transforms into focused mechanical intensity. The interior feels like a modern fighter cockpit blended with classic muscle simplicity. The dashboard angles toward the driver, emphasizing control and performance rather than luxury excess. Premium leather, Alcantara, brushed aluminum, exposed carbon fiber, and dark metallic finishes combine to create a cabin atmosphere that feels aggressive yet refined. Nothing feels decorative without purpose. Directly ahead of the driver sits a fully digital instrument cluster displaying performance telemetry, RPM visualization, speed data, G-force measurements, track analytics, and customizable driving layouts. The graphics feel sharp, mechanical, and performance-focused. At the center of the dashboard, a wide infotainment system integrates seamlessly into the cockpit architecture. Navigation, smartphone connectivity, media controls, and performance settings operate instantly through touch, voice, or steering wheel controls. The steering wheel is thick, flat-bottomed, and wrapped in perforated performance leather. Real aluminum paddle shifters sit behind it, providing satisfying tactile feedback during aggressive driving. The seats are deeply bolstered performance buckets engineered to hold occupants firmly during hard acceleration and high-speed cornering. Heating and ventilation systems remain integrated quietly beneath the performance-focused design. Comfort exists here, but adrenaline comes first. Ambient lighting glows subtly throughout the cabin structure, adapting dynamically based on driving mode. In aggressive settings, red lighting pulses softly through the cockpit, creating an atmosphere that feels alive during nighttime driving. Even the sound inside the cabin feels engineered emotionally. You hear the intake system breathing. You hear the exhaust resonance echoing through the chassis. You feel the engine vibrations beneath your seat. This is not isolation from the machine. This is connection to it. Now step back outside and observe the Fury once again from a distance. At this moment, something becomes obvious. This car was never designed to look ordinary. It was designed to become unforgettable. Move toward the rear left side. From this angle, the muscular rear haunches become even more dramatic. The widened body wraps aggressively around the rear tires, emphasizing traction, power, and mechanical force. The fastback roofline creates a sense of constant motion, making the Fury appear aerodynamic even while standing completely still. The rear wheel fitment feels brutally precise, giving the vehicle a stance that looks almost race-ready. At this angle, the Fury feels built specifically for midnight highway runs, long empty roads, and pure American performance emotion. Now move toward the rear right side. Symmetry completes the design story perfectly. The taillights, diffuser sculpting, exhaust placement, wheel positioning, and body surfaces all align with controlled aggression. There is no confusion in the Fury's design language, only confidence, only power, only presence. Now let's talk about what truly brings this machine to life. Under the hood of the 2026 Plymouth Fury lies the soul of modern American muscle reborn. A next-generation supercharged V8 engine delivers immense horsepower and brutal torque through a rear-wheel drive performance architecture designed for maximum driver engagement. The moment the engine starts, the Fury comes alive. The exhaust note is deep, thunderous, and unmistakably American. It carries the spirit of classic muscle cars while refined through modern acoustic engineering. Throttle response feels immediate, violent, addictive. The moment the accelerator is pressed aggressively, the Fury launches forward with explosive force, while intelligent traction systems maintain stability beneath overwhelming power delivery. The transmission shifts instantly, through an advanced high-performance gearbox, optimized for drag acceleration, highway cruising, and track-focused driving. Suspension technology adapts dynamically depending on road conditions and selected drive modes. In comfort settings, the Fury becomes surprisingly manageable for everyday driving. But activate track mode, and everything changes. The suspension stiffens, throttle mapping sharpens, steering becomes heavier and more direct, the exhaust valves open fully, and suddenly, the Fury transforms from muscle car into monster. Steering feel remains mechanical and connected, preserving the raw engagement that defines true American performance machines. Braking performance is equally serious. Massive carbon ceramic braking systems provide remarkable stopping power, even after repeated high-speed use. This machine is not built for passive transportation. It is built for adrenaline. Modern safety systems operate silently beneath the surface. Adaptive cruise control, lane monitoring, blind spot awareness, emergency braking systems, and intelligent traction management support the driving experience without interfering with driver control. The driver remains central to everything. Fuel efficiency improves significantly compared to classic muscle cars, thanks to advanced engine management systems and intelligent cylinder deactivation technology. During relaxed cruising conditions, Star-Trek Space remains practical enough for real-world use, though every aspect of the Fury clearly prioritizes performance and emotional driving engagement above all else. And when the journey finally ends, when the engine cools beneath the hood, when city lights reflect softly across the bodywork, the Fury leaves behind more than noise, more than speed, more than horsepower. It leaves emotion. Because machines like this are not built simply to move people from one destination to another. They are built to awaken something inside them. The 2026 Plymouth Fury is not just a revival of a legendary name. It is the rebirth of raw American muscle attitude for a new generation. A machine that respects its heritage without becoming trapped by nostalgia. A machine that embraces modern engineering while refusing to lose its soul. And once you experience it, ordinary performance cars begin to feel forgettable, because the Fury does not ask for attention, it takes it naturally. This is the 2026 Plymouth Fury, a futuristic vision of classic American muscle reborn through modern engineering, and proof that true automotive emotion never truly disappears.